Hello everyone, Lehvorak here of Defensor Artz TV, and we are reading another awesome fan fiction, and it is by Holden Skyler. I don't think you guys can see the name. No, I don't think I can make it available right there, but one moment. If you zoom out, you can partially see the name. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, their name is Holden Skyler, and they're the author of this story known as the Organization of Butlers. Yeah. And basically, they're just saying, "Hi everyone, thank you for coming to this story. This is a co-write with my good friend Riku Kingdom Hearts. If you guys don't know who that is the last person I read from with their story Hair Dye. So check out that story. Somewhere in the links below is my video of me reading that story, so check that out. Yeah. Otherwise, I hope you guys also like and subscribe to DefensorArtz TV and check out my awesome social medias down below in the descriptions of this YouTube video. So we will get started. I'm not going to read so much of the characters shown right here because we have a lot of reading to go right now. So starting off with the first day on the job, chapter 1. The limo made its way up the long drive that was surrounded by all sorts of greenery. So much you couldn't see much past the thick walls of trees that lined the winding road. Axel and Demix sat in the back of the limo. I guess we get introduced to two characters we know from the last story, Hair Dye. But I don't think it's nothing related to this story. Don't worry about that. I'm just saying, just to clarify, they're just using Kingdom Hearts characters. Okay? Okay. Yeah, Axel was dressed in a faded, rusty red tee and black jeans that hugged his legs. Apparently, jeans hug you for some reason. Anyways, continuing on, showing off his lean but muscular stature. His hair cut, so it almost touched his shoulders and slicked back into short but soft spikes. Demix, on the other hand, wore faded gray jeans. Is that the right spelling of gray? I think so. I thought it was Grey, or it could be Gray. I don't know. Continuing on, with holes in the knees. Oh, for a while, I imagine actual holes on the knees. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. And a steel blue graphic tee. His hair was styled into a messy yet neat mullet. The shirt had an image of large headphones with a music staff covered in notes, wrapped out and around from the speakers. The whole car ride had been silent the moment they had turned into the road leading to their destination. The limo took another wide curve before coming to a massive clearing. A castle-like mansion stood in the center. "Welcome to La Rue Mana," the driver said as they were nearing the mansion. "Wow," Demix said, gawking over the massive estate. "Wow is right, Dem," Axel said, staring out the window. I almost choked. Must get water. Sorry, I died for a moment. I don't know how that happened. I choked on saliva. That's what happened. Anyways, where was I? Limo pulled out a couple ways. Yeah, okay, there we go. The limo pulled into the stone cobbled driveway at the front of the mansion. When the limo came to a stop, a butler, tall with graying hair, came to open the door for the two young men. I cannot do British accents, so we're just gonna read it with my normal voice. Right. So, welcome. My name is Alfred. I am the head butler here What? Hold on. I am a butler here, as in the hearing. What? Wait, what? No, you're supposed to be the HERE, but the head butler here, hearing at La Rue Manor. Wait, hold on. Manor and manor are completely different words, as you can see. Manners are what's the La Rue Manor anyway? Anyways, continuing on. If you will take your belongings and follow me inside, please. He turned to the large red doors. The mansion itself was amazing. The front had tall ivory pillars that stood at least 4 stories high, maybe 5. Axel counted the windows going up to see how many floors were. Yeah, how many floors there were. There were definitely 5 floors above ground. I'm talking like William Shatner if I do that. There are 5 floors above ground. Axel picked up his bag and suitcase and started to walk. Yeah, started to walk to the main steps. A beautiful garden of many vibrant colored flowers, where on either sides of the large pathway leading to the front of the mansion, a large water fountain stood at the center of the circle drive behind them. Demix followed behind Alex. Oh no, I don't know why I said Alex. Axel. Sorry, I somehow read something different. Looking at the walls of the mansion, the white, ivory white stood out among the greenness of the landscape. There were also gold accents along the windows and pit pillars, and in some places, ivory plants climbed elegantly to the pillars of and walls. Alfred stood waiting at the large red doors. Axel admired the doors. That's a lot of description for just the beginning, I see. Red is his favorite color. The young men stepped through the doors to a lavish room, tall with a giant chandelier hanging overhead. Red carpet with gold and bronze detailing lines the room, and going up the 2 sets of stairs on opposite sides of the room. Both stairs leading to the landing in front of them. I will show you your rooms, where you can get settled. Your quarters are on the first floor. Follow me, please. Alfred led the young men down the hall in front of them. Well, obviously it has to be in front of them. Anyways, between the 2 stairs, before they reach the next room, I am getting tongue twisted over here sometimes. Alfred opened a door to their right. To the right, to the left, take the back now. Yeah, 1 hop this time. This is the servants' wing. Axel and Demix followed Alfred through the door. As you can see, there are many rooms down here. All these rooms are for the servants. Your resting quarters, a private kitchen, and a lounge area where you can spend your leisure time. Alfred stopped and opened a door to the right. This will be your room. Axel and Demix walked into the room, setting their stuff on the floor. The room was pretty big. It had 2 beds, a large couch, a TV, 2 closets, and a decent-sized bathroom, though it didn't have a shower. How disappointing. No showers. The room, how are they going to clean themselves? Seriously. I don't know. Continuing on, the room looks as elegant as the rest of the house. Now that you dropped off your belongings, if you can follow me, There is a staff meeting being held just down the hallway. All right, Demek said, um, following Alfred out the room, followed by Axel. Down the hall in the massive lounge room, other young men were sitting or standing around waiting. Yeah. So now that everyone has arrived, I can begin. Welcome. I hope that your trips were well. As you know, this is La Rue Manor. I don't even know what is the La Rue Manor. I mean, is it better than good manners and bad manners on a table, or I don't know what's the La Rue Manor. We'll find out, I guess. I am Alfred, head butler here. You have all applied for jobs. Your jobs are simple. After this meeting, you will all be measured and fitted with a uniform. I think I supposed to read measured in your uniforms and fitted into your uniforms. Okay. You must at all you must at all times outside this wing wear your uniforms. Your uniforms will look like just like mine. Black suit, white dress shirt. I don't know why. And black dress shoes. Ties and bows ties are only mandatory during banquets or any event. Remember, starting today, you now serve the LaRue family. Your loyalty means everything. The Mr. and Mrs. have two daughters, Lady Lily and Lady Molly. Most of your jobs will be centered around these two. Do you have any questions? The young men all looked around the room at each other. Alfred continued, no. All right then. You'll be fitted with uniforms and then lunch will be served. Oh, and after lunch, you should all return to your quarters. There you'll find the jobs for the remainder of the day, along with directions to find where you are going. So, now then, let's get you measured. John, will you get? Will get you? Yeah, John will get you what you need. A man in the corner of the room stood up with a tape measure in hand. Alfred left the room to make the preparations for lunch. Hello. I don't think that's the right way to say it, but hello. John asked. What? Oh, what? Hold on. John asked with a hello. Hello? Hello? I guess he has dark brown hair, almost black, and wearing dark gray. Whoa, hold on. I thought it was spelled E for a moment. What? Okay, continuing on. A white dress shirt and wore a dark brown and black vest. In the vest pockets, there were more tape measures and pins. I'm the LaRue personal tailor. So, who wants to go first? No one answered at first. All right, I'll go. A young man with black hair stood up. All right, what's your name? John asked. Zach. The young man said, Nice to meet you, John said, motioning Zach to come over to him. All right, let's see. He measured out Zach's chest size, height. Height. Waist, size, and biceps. After each measurement, he wrote down the size on a list he had with everyone's names. The list read 1 Axel, 2 Mikoto, 3 Zach, 4 Takeru, 5 Cloud, 6 Yata, 7 Levi, 8 Senji, 9 Demix, 10 Reno, 11 Jiwoo, 12 Jisoo, and 13 Dionysus, 14 Loki. Holy crap, there's like 14 of them. I mean, you might as well just make it only 13 and then you can say the 13 butlers. But anyways, continuing on. My throat is getting dry so quickly from this. Man, I have to keep drinking this every time I do that. All right. Continuing on, as I was saying, um, measurements. Yeah, John finished with the last of the measurements. All right. I'll have your first set of uniforms in your rooms after lunch, and the rest will be delivered to your rooms before you retire for the night. Au revoir. I don't know if I can pronounce French properly, but we are trying. Yay for my failed attempt. um, John waves before he leaves the room. Alfred walks in as John is leaving. Lunch is served. All the guys get up and follow Alfred to the room at the end of the hall. It's a large room with a large rectangular table in the center. At one end of the room is a fully operating kitchen, equipped with the latest equipment models. I think I should say latest technology, but anyways. Axel stood admiring the shiny stainless steel surfaces for a moment before Reno walked up to him. So, brother, long time no see. How have you been? Hey, Reno. What are the odds we both apply for the same job? Axel said, rolling his eyes. Same as always, I see. Might as well make the best of it, right, yo? Reno gave a cocky smile. We'll have to catch up later. The two joined the others at the table. Majority of the men sat in groups of 2 or 3, talking amongst themselves and munching on the food that's in front of them. Well, obviously you eat the food that is in front of you, unless you want to eat from behind you. I'm going to eat from my back right here, because it's normal. It doesn't take long before their small groups expand to the whole table talking. Well, since we'll be working together starting today, we might as well get to know each other, one another, right? Zach said. Everyone nodded in agreement. Alright, so it probably sounds lame, but let's go around in a circle. Say your name and like either a fun fact or hobby. I'll start. I'm Zach, and I like to fence. What? I don't think that's the right spelling of fence. Fence. Okay. He then turns and looks at Cloud. My name's Cloud, and I ride motorcycles. And the man with the long blonde spikes and blue eyes said. He turns to the person to his right. Yo, I'm Reno, and I like being awesome. He said with a smirk on his face. Axel elbowed his side. The two men look alike, except Reno's hair is much shorter than that of Axel's. On the top and was tied into a long ponytail in the back. In the black. All right. I used to be in a gang. A few of the guys give him a questioning glance, but brush it off when Axel started speaking. The name's Axel. Got it memorized? He said. What fun fact or hobby do you do? Zach asked. I like to sleep. Yeah. Oh, come on. Give us something better than that. All right. I like to cook. I'm Demix. I love to play the sitar. And my name's Mikoto, and when I'm sleeping, it's nearly impossible to wake me up. The man with the short, spiky red hair said. His hair was similar to that of the two brothers, but he didn't have any ponytails or over-the-top spikes. His hair was also a slightly lighter colored red. Glad to hear that someone else likes sleep, Axel said, putting his hand behind his back as he leaned back on his chair like what I'm doing right now, placing his left foot on his right knee. The group of guys then turned their attention to the young man with chestnut colored hair with a black beanie covering most of it. The ends stick out from from under the hat, curling up so they barely brushed his shoulders. I'm Yata, and I like skateboarding. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, he said as he scratched the back of his head. Hey, I'm Takeru, and I like to practice sword fighting, Takeru said as he swung his hand back and forth, pretending that he is holding a sword. His spiky teal blue hair was pulled into a small ponytail in the back. Hi, I'm Dionysus, and I make my own wine. Well, isn't that obvious? Yes. The man with the dark red hair, almost maroon, yeah, said that. Hey, I'm Loki, and I like to play pranks on others, he said with a laugh. Most his red hair came down to his ears, but two long chunks draped over his shoulders in the front, while an even longer braids was in the back. Hi, I'm Levi. I like to clean. We all know that if you ever watch Attack on Titan, he loves cleaning every little speck. Okay, Levi said with an emotionless face as he leaned back in his chair and crossed his arms. My name is Senji, and my nickname is Crow. The man with black spikes and a stern expression said, I'm Jiwoo, and I'm writing my own novels, he said with a proud look on his face. His golden locks neatly fell over his face. I'm Jisoo, and I like taping naps in the sunlight. I like taping naps in the sunlight. How do you tape naps in the sunlight? I cannot imagine that for some reason. His shoulders, length black hair sticks out from under his black beanie. Well, now that we got that out of the way, we should probably head to our rooms and see what we have to do next, Zach said, standing up. Well, glad to see you are all getting acquainted, and yes, you should head to your rooms and see your assignments for the day. You all should find one of these in your rooms, Alfred said, held out what looked like a smartphone. This nifty device will have a message every morning of what you are needing to do. And if you are requested for something, a message will pop up. It will also work like a phone. You may call any of our staff members, and the LaRues may also call you. However, you won't be able to call them or any other number, in fact, for these aren't really cell phones. They only work between staff members. So, if you will all head to your rooms and get dressed, your jobs will begin now. Alfred stood by the doorway with a slight smile on his face. I shall see you all later. I have my own duties to attend to now. With that, he left the room and walked down the hall. Shortly after the guys started to clean up the table and head off to their rooms, Levi entered his sleeping quarters. His new uniform of black dress pants, shirt, and jacket hung neatly in the closet adjacent to the bed. The shoes placed on the floor below the hanging clothes. He stood facing the mirror. His black hair falls flat. His bangs falling to his eyebrows, with a few strands falling over his eyes. He wears black jeans and sneakers with a gray shirt and dark red sweatshirt. He looks over at the uniform and begins to change. Kicking off his shoes kicking off, kicking. Yeah, that's the wrong word of off. His shoes and neatly placing the closet, placing the in the closet. He puts his clothes in the hamper before putting the white dress shirt on, butting it up halfway. He puts the dress pants on, tucking the shirt in, then continues the button on the dress shirt. Whew, that's a lot of buttons. Okay, he take the belt he takes the belt off the shelf in the closet and secures it around his waist. He buttons the sleeve cuffs and puts the jacket on. He notices the black bow tie on the shelf that he had the bat. Hold on. Black bow tie on the shelf that had the bat. I think I did that right. He picks it up and clips it into place. A bow tie already tied, not bad. He thought he looked at himself. What? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. He thought he looked at himself. I'm the mirror. I'm the mirror. He picks up a bottle of hair gel and slicks. I'm the mirror. I think that's the best. That's the best line. Oh, 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 man. Hold on. That was a good one. uh, he picks up the bottle of hair gel and slicks hair back out of his face, then wipes his hands with a white hand towel before slipping on the white gloves. He walks over to the dress to pick up the mirror, to pick up the phone. Phone-like device. He tapped its screen. A white page that reads "Agenda" at the top appeared. Below it read "Tidy the ballroom and library." Perfect, he thought, and tapped the map button. So many buttons. On the left corner of the screen, it indicated where the library was in the house, and Levi followed the path it showed. Hold on, let me get a drink. So many tongue twisters. Okay. He made his way down the servants' wings and back into the main wing of the mansion. He climbed one of the sets of stairs and continued down another hall that was straight ahead. He entered a large room that had two massive ivory doors with gold detailing on them. The ballroom, he thought, as he put the phone-like device in his jacket pocket and pushed the doors open to reveal a massive room with 5 chandeliers, one in each corner. How many corners are there? Hold on. I thought there's only 4 corners in. Okay. Oh, okay. And an even larger one in the. Okay, that makes sense. At the center, the room was a pretty ivory with gold detailing everywhere. The floors were light brown tiles with gold and ivory details. Wow, this is a lot of ivory things, and yeah, red curtains draped along the walls. Okay, I'll start by washing, then polishing the floors. It didn't take Levi long to find the supplies he needed. There was a small room that had all the house cleaning supplies needed for the ballroom. He began by steam mopping the floor admiring how the shine once it was clean. How the shine, oh no, admiring how the shine once it was clean. Okay, there. Now all I have to do is give it a nice wax. It will be perfect, he said as he stepped into the closet to put away the steam mop. When the large double doors swung open, a girl with long golden blonde hair pulled into a ponytail came running into the room. She giggled and turned to face the door where a girl, slightly younger, followed behind. She had the same golden hair, but it was much shorter. Yeah, her hair was just barely went past her head. Both girls have part of their hair almost covered one of their eyes. You could see only a little of their eyes. Yeah, a little of their eye that was covered by hair. The girl with the longer hair and blue eyes, while the short-haired girl had where did I go? One blue eye and one green eye. Her green eye was the eye covered by hair. Well, okay. The girl with the longer hair wore black skinny jeans with a black tank top and a bright red scarf around her neck. The scarf is wrapped around 3 times so the ends don't hang down. That's a lot of description for a person. And lots of descriptions here. Ooh, these descriptions are tiring me out. Her neck to her upper lip is covered. When she moves the scarf, bouncing, revealing her smile for a second before covering it once again, she had on gray socks. Did it just change again? Gray? It's like Gray, and then there's Grey. Okay, that had black on the toes and heels. The girl with the short hair, on the other hand, wore blue jeans with a turquoise sleeveless turtleneck. Her socks were white with light gray on the toes and heels. The long-haired girl laughed as she darted across the room with the other in tow. Woo! That was a huge paragraph. Very big paragraph. I'm getting so tired. Hold on. I'm going to try to remember where I started because I want to see how long do I have left here. Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay. We're going to try to get this set up. Hold on. Got to find a gigantic paragraph again. Okay. Come on, Lily, slow down, the short-haired girl said as she also laughed and ran after her sister Lily. Nope, Lily teased. You're gonna have to eat my dust, Molly. Lily turned quickly, headed towards Molly, and trying to head out the same way she came in. Molly didn't have time to react to Lily's quick change in direction, and Lily slipped on the floors, colliding with Molly. Wow, that's a very long description for that. Might as well just said she accidentally tripped and slipped and hit Molly. That would have been a little easier. The two sisters hit the floor with a loud thud, 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 knocking the air out of both sisters. Ow! You okay, Molly? Yeah, I'm fine. But geez, you were fast. I didn't have time to react. That's just great, Levi thought to himself as he rolled his eyes and then looked emotionlessly at the two girls. I just mopped in here, and these girls come in and run around, making it all dirty again. But these two girls, they're the daughters of the LaRues. Mom says I should do track. Lily smiled brightly behind her scarf. Lily then tried to stand up, but slipped again, smacking hard onto the tile floor with an oof. Levi walked over towards the girls. His emotionless expression never changed. He reached, he reached out a hand to Lily. Lily looked up and took his hand, and he helped her up. Thank you. She gave a little curtsy to Levi as he reached his other hand out to Molly. Molly took his hand and stands up. Thanks, Molly said as she also curtsied. I'm Lady Lily, and this is my sister, Lady Molly, Lily said with a smile. Nice to meet you, Molly said. Yes, nice to meet you too. Levi gave a small bow to the two girls. Well, we should get going. Sorry to disturb you, Lily said with a smile. Levi also just nodded as the boat girls make their way out of the ballroom. See, it says ballroom, so technically it's a ballroom. Once they were farther down the hall. Turned to Molly. Well, he was interesting, wasn't he? Lily giggled. Yeah, but he doesn't seem to smile much, Molly said. I know. Talk about a deadpan soldier. Well, he is a soldier, but anyways, continuing on, Lily will stop walking to mimic Levi's face and slaps her arms down to her sides as she stood tall and straight. I wonder if he had some awful past or he just really isn't social. She continued to walk down the hall next to Molly. Good guess. I don't know why he doesn't show emotion, Molly said as she shrugged. Oh, we didn't even get his name. Yeah, you're right. I'll just call him Deadpan until I learn his name. Lily cracked a smile. But it is odd that one of our own butlers never gave us his name. But hey, they did just start out today. I wonder who the others are, don't you? She asked. Oh, let's go find them and meet all of them now, Molly said energetically. Yeah, but first, Lily pulled her phone-like device out of her. Excuse me. That was don't mind that. Let's use the APD agenda pager device to find out where they are. Lily tapped the screen where a few buttons. There it is, that word again. Buttons were on a home screen. She clicked on the staff button. Okay, I found a list of new staff. If I click on their names, it should tell me where they are working. So, who was the no emotion guy we just met? What's his name? Molly asked, looking at Lily's APD. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna click on everyone's names till I find ballroom cleaning. Lily went through the list at the 7th person she found, and she was looking what she was looking for. Ah, here it says his name is Levi. She scrolled through some stuff. None of the new staff have their picture IDs uploaded yet. All the more fun for us to wonder. Oh wait, is this still? Oh, there's dialogue. Sorry. Okay, none of the new staff have their picture IDs uploaded yet. All the more fun for us to wonder what they look like before we meet them. Okay, let's start with the first person on the list. Axel says he's on break. All right, Mikoto is next. He's also on break. Wait, if they're on break, that means they aren't doing work. We could find them and talk to them. Oh no, Molly said. But they would probably be in the staff wing, and you know the rules. The staff wing is their private wing. We can't go bug them while they are there, and it's off limits to us. I know, Molly said as she rolled her eyes. Well, who isn't on break right now? Well, wait. We could request assistance, but I feel bad taking them away from their break for nothing. I'll check to see who's working. Lily went to the next name on the list. Says Zach is working with linens. We can find him in the laundry room. Let's go. So they go, shove it in the pocket, and down the stairs. All right, Molly said as she started to run down towards the stairs. Down the stairs. Come on. Two girls bolted down the stairs and darted down some halls before descending another flight of stairs leading to the linen's laundry room. So he should be here, Lily said, walking into the large room. The room was filled with washing machines and lined with shelves stacked with folded sheets and blankets. The young man with black spiky hair turned on the corners, carrying a basket with sheets to be washed. Molly, I think that's him. Oh, whisper, sorry. Molly, I think that's him. She looked. I misread that. Okay, sorry. He looks kind of cute, doesn't he? Molly whispered to Lily with a smile on her face. Yeah, he is. Lily smiled. Dips. She elbows her sister with a cocky smile. Oh, come on, no fair. Molly moaned. Lily started to laugh. The young man turned to face them. Is there something I can do for you? Zach asked. Lily looks up and stopped laughing. I like my pillowcase to be changed, please. Pfft, was all Molly said as she blew some of her hair off her face, but the hair immediately fell back over her green eye. Yeah, sure thing, Zach said as he places the basket on the washer and walks over to the shelves and picks up some pillowcases. How many pillows do you have? 4, Lily. Lily said. All right. I don't know why I laugh at 4. I think it's because I was thinking like the stuff from Monty Python. What? 3 question, or 5 question, 3 question. All right, 3 questions. Moving on. All right. Zach grabbed the pillowcases and walked over towards Lily. Oh, I'm Lady Lily, and this is my sister, Lady Molly. Nice to meet you. My name is Zach. Hi, Molly said with a smile. Zach smiled back. Oh, so Lady Lily, can you lead me to your room so I can change the pillowcases? He asked. Yeah, just follow us, Lily said, turning towards the door. So, is this your first time working at a mansion? Molly asked. Yes, actually, he said as the 3 made their way up the stairs, around the corner, heading to the main stairs. What do you think so far? Lily asked. It's not so bad, just a very large house, and I'm afraid I'll get lost, Zach said. Well, as long as you carry your APD around with you, you'd be able to find your way around the mansion. APD? He asked. Your phone-like device. APD stands for Agenda Pager Device. Everyone has one. Everyone has a Digivice, like Digimon. I'm just kidding. So that's what those things are called. Yep. Lily smiled, holding up her APD. They continued up 4 flights of stairs. Our rooms are on the north wing of the mansion, just beyond those red doors, Lily pointed out. Our rooms are adjoined. So you can access one of our rooms from the other. Okay, I'm just double checking. Woo, that's a lot of stuff to go. I think we might have to continue this on the next part or something like that, because I believe we went up to almost 45 minutes already. Yeah, that's a pretty long thing. So if you want to see more of this, leave a like, subscribe down below, and I'm gonna take a little break for now. So we will see you in the next video. This is Lehvorak signing out. Make sure you guys check out my awesome social medias down below, the descriptions. Yep. So we will see you. The part 2 for this should be up pretty soon. maybe a day or so after. So we'll catch you guys later. Again, Lehvorak signing out. Peace, guys.